Hello my friends, I am Hondo, and welcome back to our Let's Play of Aurora. This is episode 17. In the previous episode I left off in a state of a little bit of confusion trying to figure out why, that's not the right screen, my ship here, the floating gas pump as I called it, wasn't actually doing anything. So I did a bit of digging and I have discovered the problem. If I bring up this screen here, so that order will only go to gas giants with Sorium. So if we look down this list here at our various gas giants like Jupiter, this S means scouted with no minerals. If it has an M, it was scouted and there's minerals. If it's blank, it hasn't been scouted yet. So we're only looking at the gas giants. So Jupiter, barren. Saturn, barren. Uranus, barren. Neptune, barren. That's the problem. We have no gas giants, apparently, that have any Sorium, which is unusual because normally gas giants are almost always going to give you Sorium. But anyway, I also looked at our other two systems. Le Mans here has only one gas giant, although it does have Sorium. So that will be fine. So we're going to go there first. And then later on, we'll go back to Loy 10, or Loy Len, I can't even read that. It has three gas giants, two of which having minerals. This one here apparently does not, but the other two do. So, in all those gas giants, we have the grand sum of three that can work for us. But that's why it wasn't doing anything in the Sol system, because there's nothing to do, apparently. We just got really, 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 really unlucky there. But that's fine. So, we're now instead going to send this fella to Le Mans. And once he gets there, he can start to refuel up as he whims. In fact, let's just go to the Le Mans sector, and we can watch him come in. Oh, I have inactive labs. Let's fix that. What shall I have them do? Oh, that's a shame too. Look how close that one is. You know what? Let's just do that and get them both done here. Just to whatever day the 5-day cycle's on. There it goes. Okay. So now we can also build a mineral harvester ship, and I think I'm going to. I got thinking more and more about the mass driver idea, and while I do really like it, it does seem really inefficient, especially since the civilians are doing a terrible job of moving the mines for us. So I think I'm going to just go ahead and build some mineral ships. In the meantime, though, let's go ahead and research something. Let us work on, what shall we do first? Probably construction rate. That seems reasonable. So when stuff does have the capacity to build, it'll build better. And shipyard rate. So again, when stuff is being built, it will be built better. That'll work. Alright. In the meantime, where did our Barrington get to? It is still 4 days out. Okay. Then let us jump ahead 5 days. And we should, somewhere here, be able to see our Barrington. Oh, yeah, I shut a bunch of these off while I was trying to figure stuff out. Because there was just too much on my screen and it was really starting to bug me. We can put moons and planets back on, even asteroids, I guess. And jump points, why not? We can just put all this stuff back on. That's fine. Okay, so our Barrington should now be here. And it should be, yes, it is automatically decided to go ahead and start harvesting, which is delightful. How fast that ship is. It's a harvester. That's crazy. Anyway. Now you should be harvesting. Because you are now at... Oh, maybe you're not at it yet. Okay, let's zoom in a little bit so I can see. You certainly look like you're there. Okay, yeah, it is there. Okay, excellent. So that will now be helpfully harvesting away. And I put a whole pile of harvesters on there, so it should go at a reasonable clip, I think. But I'll have to check it and see at some point. What did we stop for? Okay, might be easier to see from this screen. Okay, so you currently have 963.02. So I'm going to jump the clock ahead. 963.02. Well, I may need to refresh this. Does this thing have a refresh? No, it doesn't. 963.02. Ah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, so definitely that is working. It's picked up about 100,000 that month. That's fantastic. So this is absolutely working. Excellent. Now, when that's full, it won't be able, I don't think, to do any automated order. I had to take that off because that seemed to be crashing, like it was throwing some error in the game. What can I do? Is there anything I could do that would alert me? Probably not. No, that's okay. I'll just have to try and remember to keep checking it now and again, which is something I'm not very good at, but I'll have to try anyway. Research is still going well. Okay. Alright, well let's go ahead and start working on a mineral mining vessel. So that sounds like something I could use. And he will be a floating mine. Actually, that's a bad name, so I might think that's a defensive thing. What shall I call it then? Mine is really the best term for it, but mine also refers to something you leave behind a ship so it blows up the next thing that hits it. Floating digger. Okay, it's a terrible name, but we'll go with that. And that will be, is there any kind of mineral or mining? Not really. Not seeing anything. I guess I'll just call it a salvager arbitrarily. It's not really what it is, of course, but that's fine. Alright, so our mineral harvester right there. And it's even, oh, it's slightly bigger than the sorium harvester, but we should still be able to fit. Well, it's not bad. I'm wondering if I'm better off to just have one or two really huge ships or just mass produce really tiny ones that only have one apiece, but I think I'd rather just have one massive ship. That might be a little too massive. What is my capacity on Earth for building ships? Oh, several 100,000. Okay, never mind. This will be fine. Okay. So that will basically produce, what would that be, 60 per month. That's not bad. That's not bad at all, because that's for every single type. Alright, well, we're definitely going to need some cargo holds then. Maybe not 20, that seems a little excessive. I was thinking maybe 5 or 10. I forgot I was still on the 10 multiplier. Yeah, I think 5 will be sufficient. That's still a lot. You'll definitely want to have a bit more fuel. But again, not that much. That's crazy. I keep forgetting about that. And we'll need your engine. I would like you to be able to get there at a good clip. Better clip. Okay. Alright, let's give you an ultra-large fuel tank. And you can go at about 1,000 km per second, and that should be plenty fast enough. You have enough fuel to float around for about 3 years. Now, even if it mines thorium, it will not automatically convert it into fuel. So I do definitely need to keep this thing near with enough fuel at all times so it can get back to Earth to refuel. But I think this will work. Let's give you a reasonable level commander, and what shall we name these things? Cities. That'll do. Okay. Now let's go ahead and start work on converting our shipyard to the floating digger. These are terrible names, they really are. Do I have neutronium? A little bit. Not sure if that's enough, but yeah, I guess it was. Okay. Let's go ahead and build ourselves a floating digger. Which I guess means I really don't need all of these auto mines at all. But I'll do that off camera. What I'll do is I'll go through them all, set up orders to remove them all, and just bring them all back to Earth for now. They're not really going to be of any use, but I don't think there's any way to scrap them. Like, you can scrap a ship you've built and get some of your materials back, but I don't think you can scrap auto mines and get any materials back. So I guess they'll just kind of sit there, which is a bit of a waste, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about efficiency. I'm just trying to have fun. This is all new territory to me anyway. Like I say, in my own games, I never got past, the Earth, Moon, and I started thinking about colonizing Mars, and that's about as far as I got. So anyway, and in fact, I still was even further on. I was 120 years in, so I'm not only further along, but I'm doing it in a fraction of the time. So clearly, I'm getting better at the game, or failing less, or something. Anyway. Alright, now that that ship is done, let's go ahead and find it in our shipyard group. You are the Atlanta. That's fine. Right, so you definitely will need the special order of, if you're low on fuel, come back to Earth. Other than that, your task will be... Is there one where there's move to nearest... Yeah, move to mineral source. Okay, that works. Having said that, it'll probably just try to mine on Earth as well, but that's okay. Why don't I just send it to one of these arbitrarily then? You'll do. Because if I just say, go do the nearest one, then it's going to always try to grind away on Earth, and I'd rather it start outside and come back in, if we could. Got so many things here, can't really see what's happening, but... There's my Atlanta. Okay, so you're 5 days out. I think it'll be easier if I just use the 5-day from here. That will be a lot easier. Okay, so there it is there. That's the one I'm heading to. Okay, that will do. Can't help but notice you immediately left. Why did you immediately leave? You would... Oh, I see what's happening. Okay, this is not going to work for us. Unless there's an actual mine option, which I don't see. Okay, Yeah, so I can't use this. See, what's happening is it gets to that mineral source, and then 1 second later it says, oh, well, I have nothing to do, so I should just go to the next mineral source. So all it will ever do is it'll just go bouncing around between them, but never actually harvest anything, which is, of course, very, very, very silly. So let's give that some time to jump down that way to there, it looks like. See, now I don't have any orders for it, so it's just going to sit in orbit of that mineral field, and hopefully start actually mining it. Hopefully. Unless I have to specifically tell it. No, I don't see a specific order for it. Well, let's just give it... I'll give it a month using this. And then we'll check and make sure it actually has stuff in its cargo hold. That will be the easiest way to tell if it's actually working or not. I can't help but notice its cargo space is still fully available. So you're chasing it, but then you're not doing anything with it. I'm sure it's something very simple I'm doing wrong here, but I'm not sure what it is. Load colonists, unload colonists, build a gate, pick up material, move to trade. Yeah, none of those are relevant to us here. Do I need to maybe picket it? Possibly. Or maybe I just need to be in extended orbit. Let's try that. Again, we'll give it a month. I don't think it actually went a whole month. I think it stopped for something. I get the sense that the picketing was the grand sum of 1 second of actual effort. Yeah, its cargo space has not moved. Ugh. Okay. Alright, well, you're now in extended orbit, so let's now give you a month. Okay. Now let's check on you. No, your cargo is still fully available. Okay. Although you now seem to have more options here. How about we just do a general load all? Okay, let's give that a month. What life pod? Are you kidding me? My scout floating around the planet Earth exploded and everyone's dead. Wow. And now you see why I really don't like military vessels. Okay, where is my salvager? Which one was the salvager? Was it that one? Yes. Okay. I'm must admit I'm not very impressed. But anyway, go ahead and begin salvaging that. And this is why I keep saying I'm not very good at paying attention to multiple ships at once. That one I thought was completely safe and I could ignore it, but apparently not. Apparently, even when floating around your home planet, the ship will just collapse on its own. Anyway. Where's the Atlanta? Okay. I can now see stuff is actually being loaded. Good. Okay. So I guess then maybe I just tell it to do a repeat on that. Load all. Let's do that. Be fine. Is there anything about when the cargo hold is full? No, not that I see. Okay, we can't do it the easy way. That's fine. I guess the other thing I could do actually would be load all minerals until you get to the 125,000 you've got room for. That'll hold it for a while. Oh, I have inactive labs. Let's fix that. What shall we research next? Maybe more weapon tech. Yeah, let's research the next level of laser power. That should do. We haven't checked on the moon in a while. How is its atmosphere? It's up to 60%. That's not bad. I think that's dropped. I think that was 190 and that's now 180. So I think we're finally getting to a point where it's starting to help. So that's good. Excuse me. All right. Is that salvager done? Well, it's definitely got stuff, so I'm assuming so. So go to Earth and unload all minerals. Thank you so much. Right. Yep, you're... Oh, apparently you picked up a ship component too somehow. That's good. So we can unload that as well. And improve damage control. How nice of you. Apparently it wasn't improved enough, since it did not save that scout. Anyway. How is the mining going here? It's going pretty well. Not sure how long that's going to take, but it's clearly okay to just go on its own, so we'll let it do that. Research is going fine. Okay. Let's just bump the clock ahead a bit. And that will be good. Alright, this is 6111. In a month it jumps to 614. Okay. So it's still going to be a long, long time. I guess 5 terraformers aren't really enough, but anyway, that's okay. They'll get there eventually. And every time they cross a milestone, whatever those milestones are, then this will drop. And thus, this will jump massively, so it'll be fine. Have I actually got any civilians here yet? I do not still. because they've never brought me infrastructure yet. That's not very nice. I'm pretty sure I have a call for it. Yes, I do. Do I have to get aggressive and deliberately build some? Because I can do that. I can absolutely do that. It won't even take that long. That should vanish pretty quick. Yep, they're already grabbing a whole pile of it. Here it comes, which in turn means we will finally start to have, now it's tiny, but we'll finally actually have population supported. And it looks like they've also, well done, sir. They have also started bringing in some colony ships. Too many, apparently, but still. Fact is, we now actually have a population here. Yay. No, I never did the geo survey there. Or there. I should probably fix that. Where is my geo survey? That was the Echo? I think I was using? I don't remember. Be easier if I check at the Academy itself. Well, they're certainly not here. Did I actually send some of them out? I don't remember doing that. Or they just died because it's been... Oh yeah, it's been like 90 years. They probably have expired. Oh no, they are still here. But they have nobody in them because they've all expired. Okay, so we'll just get rid of that and we'll start a new team. I guess you can't expect humans to still be functional workers after 90 years. Anyway. Create that team. Okay. Not entirely sure what it's upset about, but... Oh, maybe because these are... Yeah, that's probably why. Alright, let's just disband that team. Some of those I'm using as governors, so let's do that, and that will work. Okay, we're going to close this and reopen it, because I think it's upset at me now. Geology. This team, these people, seems fine. Okay, so now the Echo can pick them up. Actually, does the Echo even have enough fuel to get to... Probably even doesn't. I should probably just get rid of this thing. It's kind of useless now. It's fast, but has so little fuel that it's not going to go anywhere. Okay, we'll use a different ship for this. This would be a good time to use the Scout. Tee-hee. Anyway. I guess I could just use the troop transport. It's clearly going to be used to transporting troops, so transporting a geological team should not be a challenge for it. Alright, so you go ahead and pick them up from there. Float over to Le Mans. Standardly transport through it. Moon 5 is where we live, and you will unload that team there. I did. You saw me do it. You highlighted it even. Anyway. Where's Moon 5? It's... Yes, right there. So this is where we will eventually see that ship float in. Shouldn't take all that long. It's not the fastest of my ships, but it's not bad. So it shouldn't take too long to get here. And that's just a case of however long that geosurvey takes. They usually take quite a while, as I recall. But anyway. Inactive labs. Okay. We can fix that. Is there any sensors we should be picking up? Probably wouldn't be a bad thing to be better at scanning. So let's do that. And we have a few labs left over for something small. Nothing in there is going to be small for sure. Unless I pick up some of these stranger multipliers I don't really want. Don't really use missiles. Well, I guess I could. But not really into them. Could do boat bays in preparation for using fighters later. Not sure I can even build one that tiny, but yeah, let's try that. We'll start working on boat bays. Why not? Not sure if that has got there or not, but anyway, so the small boat bay is done. Then we'll research the slightly larger boat bay. I'm still not even sure I can make a fighter at 250, because the engines themselves take up so much room, let alone the weapons and the power plant. It would have to be an incredibly tiny vessel. But anyway. Like, I realize fighters are obviously tiny vessels, but it would have to be incredibly tiny. I don't see a larger boat bay. Oh wait, here we go. Hangar deck is the next up. Sure, let's do that. I could definitely make a fighter with 1,000 tons. That shouldn't be a problem at all. I'm just not sure I could get one down at 250, let alone 125. You wouldn't have anything on it. Basically, the ship itself would just be a small engine and a suicidal pilot and just kamikazes. You wouldn't be able to put any weapons on it. Or at least not any ones that are actually going to be able to do any damage. Anyway, is there anything else here? Ship-to-ship tractor beam. That doesn't seem interesting. That doesn't seem useful. Could get better salvage, but my current salvager is doing fine. Yeah, I guess there's nothing else in there I really need. Alright. Let's go back into weapons here. And let's get the next rank of lasers. And I think, though, that's a pretty good spot to put a cut in this episode, because we've gone over on time again. So until next time, folks, stay calm, and I hope you come and chill with me again in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye now.